Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Good evening. I am Styrofoam Route, man. This is Cups and the gang, live from the motherfucking hot box. This is Taco Tuesday. Shout out to the gang. You know I got my dog with me, man. One half of Sports Reports, as ordered 2-5. Mike Will representing live in the building. And my brother, I know we got so much on the plate right now, so I'm just gonna ask you straight up front. Are we trying to get the home teams out the way early, or do we want to just go ahead and speculate around the league and then get to the vested interests?
It's whatever, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you drive, I'll follow.
All right, man. The football season of 2025 has been interesting to say the least. Um, you know, I called personally the Dolphins looking like how they're gonna look. I said they were gonna look bad. I also said the Saints were gonna be bad. They have been bad, but they haven't looked well. I want to say Spencer Rattler hasn't been looking like a liability. All right, with the Rat Man has been looking good. He's been looking poised in the pocket. Um, he doesn't have a horrible completion percentage. It's just that he's had an unfortunate shake of teams that he's played. But the Saints and the Dolphins were two teams that I called to be absolutely horrible at the start of the season, and their record is reflecting that. Um, as far as this past week, though, as far as this past week, I definitely want to say that the Atlanta Falcons, and the Buffalo, I mean not the Buffalo Bills, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put up valiant efforts this week. And I know we know inside the box we've been kind of split about who's going to win the South, and with a straight face, I couldn't tell you which team.
Right.
So we already know I like Baker Mayfield. I like big play big, but I don't want to put too much stock into this win over the Bills. But when Bijan Robinson gets going on offense, it's just hard to envision the Falcons shooting themselves in the foot.
Right. So I think that for me, with the Falcons, it just comes down to trusting the Falcons to do the things that work. Like that's the problem with Atlanta. They have a definitive star, that their predictability comes into question in certain games during the season. Like, once I see Bijan in the shotgun to the right of Penix, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a run play. Or,
For sure.
like their defense has gotten a lot better. That's been the improvement. They're getting a lot more pressure on the quarterback. So from the defensive side, I think that's where we're seeing them take that stride. But I don't think they've done enough for me to put them over Tampa just yet. I'm still riding with Tampa to win that division. Um,
Absolutely.
as far as Miami goes, I had Miami finishing last in the East. Obviously, the Jets are making sure that doesn't happen, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna still take credit for it. I'm gonna still take credit for it because Miami's 1-5. And then the other two teams that I was looking at the way that you looked at the Saints were the Raiders and the Bengals.
Right.
Those are the other two teams that I looked at as you're going to be at the bottom, without a way to climb up. Now, as far as Tampa goes, Baker Mayfield has been phenomenal. Like, if the season ended today, I usually don't even do this, but I got into an argument with somebody on TikTok, so I guess I'll do it. Like, Baker Mayfield's my MVP right now.
For sure. For sure.
You
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? And he was trying to sell me on Dak, and I'm like, well, if you're just looking at a bunch of pretty numbers, then Dak would be that guy. But the team still has to win. It's not his fault that they're not winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the team still has to win.
These are facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you expect? Because I mean, I don't want to say we're doing the same thing, but I mean, it's kind of similar.
I think.
Acquire,
Uh huh.
and I'm not going to say empty calories, but we're not surprised at all that Dakota Prescott is filling up the stat sheet when you have the 30th ranked defense.
Right. And that was my comment on Dallas to start the season was I think they were going to turn into this year's version of last year's Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to be the team that finishes 8-9 or 9-8, and then people are going to say, "Oh, y'all lucky they didn't make it to the playoffs because y'all didn't want to play them." And it's like, well, they still got to stop me. They can score the points they want. They still got to stop me. I only got to stop them once or twice.
And this is,
you know what I'm saying?
Factual.
And so this is what I wanted to ask you. Since we're talking about the worst of the worst. And I know it's only been 6 games, but there's been a conversation happening around the world, around the league. Is Aaron Glenn going to be back next year? Oh, well, I guess I'll take it from here. So, I was wondering that, myself, because the Jets are bad in a way that you couldn't have predicted. I think they've only have 1 turnover so far this season that they forced against the opponent. Justin Fields still looks like he's afraid of everything coming at him. And which is weird for a guy that has the legs that he has, that you would think that he would be able to make something out of nothing a lot more, but a lot of times he's still deer in headlight. So I was asking you, Tuck.
My bad, yeah, my fault.
I know it's early, and you know what I mean. I don't like to be that guy, but just for the sake of conversation, because I've been seeing it going around, is Aaron Glenn going to be back next year?
You say what?
Is Aaron Glenn going to be back?
That's a good question, dog. That's a motherfucking good question. Cause look, bro, I've been trying to keep it down. It's the whole thing about, like, I've been saying before the season, right? The only thing that is going to turn this to be horrible, right? We weren't expecting it to be a top 5. Still, we're like, what kind of football team is this? Like, right? I was like, and the only thing that's really gonna expose that to us is what version of Stephon Diggs are we gonna get on a weekly basis, right? So, back-to-back games, 100 yards. We beat Buffalo, but also Atlanta beat Buffalo. So this team is different, though. This is not a Fat Jones Pat team.
So is Vrabel going to try to put 40 on the Titans this week?
It should go without saying. It should go without saying that we're probably going to go for it on 4th down at least 3 or 4 times. We are going to go for it on 4th and 4 plus at least twice. I'm telling you.
Ooh, you know what? Sorry, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
And I'm only asking this because I know this has been a common theme throughout the hot box throughout the summer and everything. So, are you still leaving Kansas City out for dead?
I mean, it just depends on what we got to put in perspective, right? I mean, they lost to a Jags team who's 4-1, whose only win or impressive win to me was the fact that they came down from back 14 to beat the Chiefs. That was impressive. But then they beat the Lions, who virtually has the number 1 offense in the NFL. I mean, most points scored, even after, I've been saying this whole time after they lost Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson that they were going to be a different football team, and they are a different football team. It appears that they're a better football team. So, I mean, the Chiefs Am I leaving them out to dry? No, because obviously the Chargers can't seem to win the layup games. The Broncos are still having games where they can't score 20 points against the New York Jets.
Bo still missing passes.
Bo is still missing wide open deep throws down the field. I mean, I can't leave them out to dry. I can't leave them out to dry. I'll say that I don't know if they're going to miss the playoffs. I doubt that one. I don't know if they're going to get home field advantage though.
Well, you said something interesting in your response that I want to go back to. I don't know if I'm there on the Lions just yet. So you know, we saw them week 1. You know, Green Bay dominated them.
Right.
You know, they came back. They came back week 2 and you know put it on the Bears. You know, that seemed like I don't know of any drama, but that just seemed like a we're gonna get Ben Johnson game.
I feel you.
But then since then, before Kansas City, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about they beat Baltimore. You know, they beat the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Bengals. And then they matched up against Kansas City and, you know what I'm saying, got dominated, you know, for lack of better words.
Yep.
So it's almost as so to me, it's almost as if they're losing to the good teams on their schedule. And you know, and the good news is we got an entertaining ass game this week because they're hosting Tampa for Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir. And
So I think we'll get some more answers, some more data points, if you will. But I'm just not sure about Detroit yet. I think they've done what they were supposed to do. They beat the teams that they were supposed to beat, and it's not the fact that they lost to Green Bay and Kansas City. It's the way that they lost that has me kind of concerned.
I mean, that matters though. How you lose matters in the NFL. I mean, we know it's paramount in college football, but how you lose, it still matters in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
but that's why I can't get there.
Say that again.
I said that's why I can't get there. But the good news for them is that I don't know what's happened to Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean they beat Dallas. It feels like everybody's beating Dallas. And well, no, they didn't even beat Dallas.
No, they tied them. Yeah. You know, but yeah, like I think that, you know, Green Bay, I don't know if they're playing down to their opponents or because obviously they went toe to toe with Dallas's offense and, you know, Dallas's defense leaves a lot to be desired. So, but that's been their best game of the season so far is that game against Dallas that ended in a tie. So I don't even know how much credit I want to give them for that. And I know I picked them to win the Super Bowl. I mean, to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm still going to stick with it. I'm not going to switch it up. You know, just, you know, I'm going to hold myself accountable. And if it don't happen, it don't happen. But I mean, the NFC at large just doesn't look good outside of Tampa right now. You know, Philly's falling apart. You know, they got locker room drama as well on top of all that. Then you got, you know, the Bears are creeping up. Quiet is kept, you know, not being talked about, but they're putting a string of wins together. We'll see how long that lasts because I'm still not sold on them either. You know, Seattle's been a lot better than I could have imagined. Arizona's been a lot worse than I could have imagined. Like, is Jonathan Gannon on the hot seat now? So, you know, there's a lot of questions I think that we're going to have to take the time to over the next few weeks to try to answer because we don't have the answers at this moment. And then, of course, when you look at the AFC, you know, you're looking at the Colts, and I know it's easy to bang on them and say, yo, they had an easy schedule, and they absolutely have. You know what I mean? We'll get another data point for them this weekend when they go back, you know, so we'll find that out really shortly. But I was saying, Cups, the NFC in general is just a hot mess right now. You know, like we talked about Green Bay. I don't know if they're just playing down to their competition or what. You know, Philly's got drama and they just don't look good. You know, the Cardinals are worse than I thought they would be. And You know, they went and put your boy Brisket in there, and he had a better game than Kyler Murray's had all season. You know, I don't
which is
know.
frustrating.
Seattle's a lot better than I thought they would be. You know, San Francisco just got to get their players back because they got the schedule. You know, the Rams don't look great. So, I mean, realistically, like, I don't know today. If the playoffs were today, I don't know who would beat Tampa.
Look, I agree. Because it's like, dog, like I said, Baker Mayfield is the MVP of the NFL.
But we beating Tampa.
I know my dog has the interjection. Hold on.
Pardon the interruption, but the Colts are finally
it's
winning.
not that time right now. It's not that time right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna let you get out there, baby.
Yeah, we saved the Colts for you to get on here. Hold on.
We ain't even mention them boys yet.
Even though I did mention your game against the Chargers this weekend, but forget about that.
We ain't even mention them boys yet. But look, like I said, man, to me, big play Baker, MVP of the NFL, which is not a bad thing to say.
Nope.
Right? So I know a lot of us, or a couple of us, made picks for Green Bay to represent before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sticking with mine.
Yeah, I'm sticking
Tampa
with
Bay.
it.
I'm still sticking with Tampa. And I'm not sure, again, because I know we spoke about the Eagles. I'm not sure what to make of the Eagles. I'm not sure what to make of Philadelphia because their passing game, it's like, yo, you can't be, it's one thing to be like a run-centric team. And then because in 2020, was it 2023 when they went to the Super Bowl and lost? Was it 24?
Yes, it was 23.
2023.
When Jalen Hurts had that MVP caliber season, it was still kind of, you know what I'm saying, run the football with Miles Sanders and stuff like that. And when there needed to be a big throw downfield, there was a big throw downfield that was made. I'm not seeing that same type of.
It's wild because Lethal told me that Jalen Hurts was Joe Montana with a 4.4.
Hey, man. I didn't say he was Joe Montana. Maybe like Steve Young.
Well, about that, you know what I'm saying? He might be Oscar Young, you know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying? Because I go back to the Denver game, right? That throw that he had to AJ Brown, I was thinking about it because I was like, did AJ stop running?
He did, though. AJ did stop running on that joint, though.
Yeah, it was weird.
He didn't think Bro was gonna throw the football, though.
Yeah, it was weird. And you know, and so it's stuff like that that reminds me of 2 years ago. You know, when Philly started out 11-1 or whatever it was, and then they basically lost out. Like, it reminds me of that a little bit because that year I feel like there was something going on that the public just didn't have knowledge of. And I think that's where we are right now, except for we're starting to find out a little bit.
But where's that same passing game? What happened to the same passing game that showed up in the second half against the Rams, where AJ Brown went off and Smitty went off? It was just like they haven't replicated that on a consistent basis for whatever reason. And I don't think and the fact that Saquon not getting the ball is just, I said it was the Madden curse anyway. That's why Philly going through what they're going through. It's just part of the Madden curse, bro.
Well, I think their line isn't the same. They've had a few injuries up front. And just in general, they're just not the same team. Like, I know people like Coach and them would probably argue with me, but Philly lost a lot. You know what I mean? You know, they lost Sweat on defense. You know, as much as I make fun of him.
Milton Williams.
Yeah, Milton Williams. As much as I make fun of Darius Slay, he's probably better than everything else they got on the other side of Quinyon Mitchell. You know what I mean? Like,
y'all think Cooper's doing the thing?
I mean, Cooper's not playing bad per se, but I don't think he's playing to the level that they expected him to. But he's not playing bad by any means. I think it's that corner spot, you know, because, you know, Adoree Jackson, I liked him coming out of college. That was many years ago. That was
many years ago. Many moons ago.
Yeah, and you know, so I think they definitely need to make a move at the deadline. And I ain't gonna lie to you, if I was them, as much as I hate to say this, if I was them,
that's crazy.
I might call the guy over there that Dallas might refers to as soy sauce.
Chill, bro. And get what? And get Forbes, skinny leg Forbes out there, bitch.
No, man, I'm
Like,
talking about Sauce Gardner, man.
nah,
Like,
and that's the type of play you gonna get. You gonna get skinny leg Forbes out that joint. Cause what is the point?
oh man,
Grab Gardner.
you got to call somebody, man. These teams, or how about this one? You know, I know he's been a little banged up now. Tennessee just fired their coach. You know, what's
Go
up
get
with
Snead?
L'Jarius Sneed?
If I need to make a move, bro, at the trade deadline, go give me somebody like Cam Jordan. You know
But
what I'm
that
saying?
doesn't help their secondary. I'm just talking about strictly
Or just
secondary right
okay,
now. Yeah,
true,
yeah, yeah,
true.
yeah. Like just to clean it
How
up.
is Cam Jordan going to help them right now?
Because right now, looking at it, right, they got to play Dallas again, right? And I'm sure CeeDee Lamb will be back by then. You know what I'm saying? They haven't played us yet. You know what I mean? And McLaurin will be back by then. You know what I mean? So like at some point you got to have that, because I don't question Quinyon Mitchell, and I know that he's been injured too. But I don't question him. But if I ain't got to throw at him, you know what I'm saying? I'll live with that.
Agreed. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, it's like I really can't make out what's going on because again, the game that they lost to Denver, they were up and then they got shut out.
And then they
The game
got
that they
blown out
lost
by
to the
the Giants.
the game they lost to the Giants, they got smacked in that jump.
Belt to
Mhm.
ass. Belt to ass.
And I just can't firmly get behind a team that's taking slugs like that to teams like that and being like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're not gonna make the playoffs, but a Super Bowl team, I doubt it.
Now, I really think they need a bye week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, you know, they got this 10-day break since they played on Thursday. So you know that helps out a little bit, but it just so happens that their bye week is the same week as the trade deadline. But like, I think they need that bye week now.
So who are the bigger buyers of the trade deadline?
I would like to think that the team memorabilia and gear that I'm wearing right now, you know, need to get out there and do something. I would tell the 49ers to do something, but it don't matter because they just going to end up hurt. You know what I
Should
mean?
they
So,
sell even though they win? Should they
no,
just
I wouldn't sell because I mean they still got the easiest schedule in the league. So, you know, you get Brock Purdy back, that should be good enough to at least get you into the playoff, and then you're going to be getting people back, you know, throughout the season. So I think they're fine.
But that defense ain't the same though. You got Bosa gone, Warren gone. So and then that secondary still in patchwork. So it's like, how
right.
far can Brock really take him when he comes back? We don't know about Ayuk. You know what I'm saying? Bulletproof is dealing with his stuff. So how far can CMC and Brock really take them?
Well, depending on injuries, Detroit might want to look at a move, you know, because they don't got their corners right now. So I don't know how long they're supposed to be out. So that might be, you know, something worth watching as far as, you know, are they going to be a buyer, even if it's something small?
I hope we be some buyers, man. Go get me Bobby. Go bring back Bobby from the Giants. Trade for
Okay.
Bobby. Bring him home because we
Okay.
need a linebacker, and then we need a pass rusher. That's why I said go get Cam Jordan. Go give me a solid vet that can do the run work but still get some pressure. You know what I'm saying? Or find me somebody that can just come off the edge right now that's well worth the money in a trade. If those are the two biggest trades I would like us to do, if we talking about the trade deadline.
Okay. Okay. I can
I
see
feel
that.
like if my team was to make any moves, I would say that because I've been hearing it swirling around.
That AJ Brown talk.
No, I've been hearing it swirling around, and I don't know how much I like it, but I think we should. I think we should either call New Orleans or New York and try and get a Buckeye in our receiver room?
Well, I don't want that because y'all ain't even doing a good job of getting the Buckeye on your roster to ball in the first place.
But he play a different position though. He play a different position though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
I
if we
know,
don't
but
give it to him, maybe we get a
Ramondre's
Buckeye
still
in
getting
that jump.
Ramondre Barber still getting the most carries.
Oh my God. 2 touchdowns on the season,
How
3
many
fumbles. It's the story of our season. And like I said, if Ramondre Stevenson continues to run the football, that just means we aren't taking it serious. We just aren't taking it serious.
All right,
just
so
Well, I was hearing that the Chiefs are in the market for a running back before the trade deadline. The talks is they're looking for that boy from New Orleans, number 41.
I don't know if the Chiefs need to do that. The Chiefs got a weapon that they're not using.
Pacheco?
No, Brashard Smith, the rookie.
Oh, Brashard Smith.
Yeah, like he is instant impact, and for whatever reason, it seems like they give him 5-6 plays a game, and and they're all positive, but for whatever reason, they just
He's
don't
not getting enough.
Yeah, like they're just not giving him the ball enough. Like I don't know if they're trying to save some of these teams are trying to save some of these guys, for the
later run.
Yeah, for the later run, but I don't like it. Like because Pacheco, you need a better change of pace than Kareem Hunt. Like this ain't 2017 no more.
Would you rather see the Chiefs go get Breece Hall instead of Alvin Kamara if they was to be buyers?
No, I think Kamara is good enough that he gets the job done for them. I think that's a good enough move, especially what he brings in the receiving game. I think that's still a good move. Breece Hall, I feel like
because he on the mark. They just said they he on the block.
Yeah, like I think there's better fits for Breece Hall. Like Breece Hall,
Minnesota.
Minnesota's a good fit. I know DeAndre Swift had a good game last night, but he wouldn't be bad in Chicago.
Chicago. Wow.
Yeah, like
he'd be nice in New England for real.
We not even giving our niggas the rock, bro.
They ain't.
He ain't gonna fumble the rock.
Nah, I don't think they would. I don't think they would trade. I don't think they would trade him in division like that.
Not the Jets. Oh,
well, speaking of running backs, real quick, I'm sorry. I know I keep because I just got all these random thoughts in my head. Speaking of running backs, Rico Dowdle.
They won't buckled up. Baby. They won't buckled up.
Baby. They won't buckled up.
They won't buckled up.
Buckled up, dog.
They won't buckled up.
He told him to strap in. He told him to strap in.
He told him to buckle up, bro. They won't buckled up, bro.
Ooh. It just hit me. Breece Hall to the Cardinals.
That's a good move. But can the Cardinals get back on track though?
I don't know. Their coach might be
and
gone.
James Conner will be a crazy year.
Their coach might be gone.
Gannon, I think Gannon should be out of here. I think Gannon should be out of.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I don't think it's the coaching with the Cardinals per se. I really think this is the vision of K1 is not a franchise quarterback.
No, that's definitely a part of it. And you have to factor in that Connor got hurt, again, and Trey Benson got hurt. So, they're down to the third string running back and people off the street. So, I mean, you give him credit for that. But before they lost to y'all the other day, they had lost their last 3 games on last-second field goals. So, on one side, you say, well, hey, they're right there. On the other side, you say, what are they doing in these clutch moments that are getting them these losses?
Mm-hmm. I feel that
it's always the fourth quarter with them.
Yeah, especially that Titans game and Tennessee game was inexcusable.
like if he was like a coach of Brian Callahan status or whatever, he would have been fired after that game. You know what I mean? And speaking of fired, I don't know why Miami hasn't pulled the plug.
Yes, I'm talking about this. I was just about to ask that. Like, why?
And I promise I'm gonna say something about the Colts
leash?
after this.
He got the longest leash right now. Like, what is taking so long for him to get fired?
Who are they going to replace him?
Well, like,
it doesn't matter.
Well, at this point, be the interim. I mean, I'm sure Anthony Weaver would take over as the interim, but when I look at Miami, I guess the thing is, you know, when we're thinking about this, it's not his side of the ball that's failing. You know what I mean? The offense is still putting up points. Like they put up 27 on the Chargers the other day.
But
you know,
so it's a turnover machine.
He is a turnover machine, but I don't know if that's coaching or if that's just a player. You know what I mean? Like at some point, like we can throw all this responsibility at the coach's feet, but at some point, the players got to play. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it boils down to. Like you know, when you look at somebody like say Carolina, right? You might be able to say that Canales is having a positive impact on Bryce Young because of what we've seen, you know, the last couple of weeks or whatever. But then we gave Eberflus all this crap because of Justin Fields.
And he regressed. So he regressed.
Look at him now.
Like, yeah, he regressed.
But I mean, what coach
badly.
does he have now? What guru does he have now? And I mean,
well, his offensive coordinator is the quarterback coach that came over from Detroit.
He ain't no Ben Johnson.
So even if the offense itself wouldn't, like, say hypothetically, let's say the offense wasn't clicking at all, which I mean, I guess it's not, but it's okay, right? Because that's a first-time coordinator in his first year. You expect that, but he's a quarterback coach too. So, like, you at least expect Justin Fields to look like he belongs in the
Justin
NFL.
Fields to look like how he was with the Steelers, but a little more better.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not saying that he needs to, oh my goodness, is Justin Fields going to make the Pro Bowl? Nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? But at the very least, look competent. Like Aaron Glenn literally let the first half clock run out because he didn't want Justin Fields to throw the ball to try to get him in the field goal range. You know,
I mean, he's not gonna throw the ball anyway because the man's scared to throw the ball.
You know,
just don't be.
He was sacked 9 times, guys.
He
was sacked 9 times.
Yes, but how many of those? But that's what I think we.
That's
do
how many
a lot
sacks was on him and how much.
Yeah,
I was watching the game though. A lot of them jumps was straight either cover sacks or him trying to get out of there and they chased him down.
Yeah, and guess what? Throw the ball away. Throw it out of bounds. Live another play.
I feel you.
Throw it late and get a roughing call. Something. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your clock cleaned for the team. I don't know. But I promised I was going to say something about the Colts. You know, so I'm going to say one positive thing about the Colts, and then I'm going to ask Lethal a question about the Colts. So in the chat, Lethal been trying to trigger us, but I ain't been falling for the bait because I wanted to do this publicly instead of in the chat. So I was absolutely wrong about the Colts this year. You know, I was absolutely wrong about Danny Allstate. I ain't even going to call him Nanny Nichols right now. You know, I knew how great Jonathan Taylor was. I wanted to believe in Josh Downs, and that's paying off. So I think that the Colts are, I don't know if I would go as far as to say they're a Super Bowl contender, but they're definitely, you know, live to win some playoff games. You know, now with that being said, Lethal, before they lost to the Rams, we had a conversation. And I asked you, when was their first loss of the season going to be? And you said it was going to be the Chargers.
I did.
Now it's Chargers week. Are they still going to lose to the Chargers?
Honestly, bro, this redemption week for us, bro. We going back to LA. We had to blunder the first LA trip. We got to close out. We can't double down and lose again, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get the Chargers while we can get them now, bro. This the best time to get them their L now versus anything else. Because come down playoff time, bro, the seed ain't gonna matter. And what I like the fact that we at the top, we number one, and we gonna keep this train rolling.
Okay. So I don't know if you. I know you probably do because you got a good memory. But if you remember your schedule off the top of your head, where's the next loss?
Atlanta,
Okay. All right. Let
and
me see.
then
Let me see where that is.
because that's after this. That's after the Steelers joint. Because we travel to Germany to play Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
So I see us losing that joint just because it's an outer conference game. It's not gonna really matter to us too much. I don't see, far as like the standings and stuff. But I don't see us really losing, bro, until we get to our later half of the schedule coming off the bye week. We go beat KC, probably lose to Seattle, if anything. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All
And
right,
then
then.
we
My
still
bad.
got Houston and Jacksonville up on the board. Those are later on.
All right. Last question before I get out of here. So with Denver, looking the way that they are right now, the Chargers being beat up and injured, you still selling on the Chiefs?
You know I am, bro. They still not winning their division. They still not making the playoffs. They just got the Lions beat themselves more than the Chiefs beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what to make of the Chiefs right now. They do get Rashee Rice back now. So, what I do know is that the Chiefs don't want to get into a fight.
They don't.
Man, I never told y'all about Juju, man. I remember back when I first met my wife, we went to a Utah game. They were playing USC, and there was this section of white girls behind us. Like it was like 8 of them, just right behind us. And anytime that dude came onto the field, caught the ball, did anything, all I heard was Juju. You know, so my wife and I, we became Juju fans that night. Like we were like, yo, Juju's our guy. It became like a running joke. I might have to turn in my fanhood after that shit. I might have to turn it.
He did go outside. He did go outside with that joint.
So you heard it here first on the Hot Box from 2-5, right? I would take Hollywood Brown over Juju.
That's tough.
And on that note, y'all be good. I gotta run.
Already.
Look, yes, sir. My dog, one half of Sports
All
Reports as ordered. 2-5, Mike Will representing live. Make sure y'all tap into Sports Reports as ordered tonight.
Oh, we.
So yeah, gang. Like I was saying, man. Shout out to Nap Nation.
You're.
Shout out to Nap Nation. I don't know if I would say that Dimes is the most valuable, but I would say
He'd get the comeback player of the year if he wasn't hurt.
I would say that boy, that Badger,
Ooh,
he could be the MVP.
he could, bro. He definitely having his MVP year again.
Cause that Badger, whew, whew,
Oh yeah.
whew. He been quietly having one of those, you know what I'm saying, just super Hall of Fame
seasons.
resumes, you know what I'm saying? Just like every season is elite.
This man's like that, bro. JT, TD, run that damn ball. Yeah, heard. We go as far as he take us.
Is there a team right now that has exceeded your expectations?
That's a good one.
You're
That
like,
is
damn, what is these niggas on?
that is a good one. To be honest, bro, I gotta go with Seattle, bro.
Damn.
No kizzy, bro. I
That's
would have
what I
said
was
the
gonna
Bucks,
say.
but I'm not surprised at the Bucks. Bucks, you know what I'm saying? Baker just balling, but Seattle, bro, they having that quiet storm type season, bro, where they just, you know what I'm saying? You didn't realize how good these niggas really are.
And this nigga Darney
The Red
out that
Darnold
bitch
swinging the peel.
having a season like he did last year. Niggas didn't think he could repeat it. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
ain't think he'll do it again. And my nigga out that bitch slinging that motherfucker, dog.
Got these niggas at 4-2.
My nigga Smith and Jiggle.
You
That
know what
nigga
I mean?
had a $160 on the
Off the
motherfucker last
book.
weekend.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That
And shout
nigga
out
had
to the
a
Seahawks for beating the
$160.
Jags. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, that's what. But yeah, I'm the Seahawks definitely got them. It's got me like, damn, these niggas really out. This might be they're more legit than the Vikings was last year with Drew Lock.
Mm. Mm.
I like KOC. He is a great coach, but I think him not having Sam Darnold this year is a big difference. I think that's why Seattle is actually sweet.
And one team that's obviously playing below your expectations.
Um, honestly, I want to say the Commodores,
Mm.
but you know what I'm saying, I expected the JD's sophomore slump anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying, that gets a pass. I would really have to say that's a tough one, bro. It's a real tough one.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'll say the Ravens, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Just
yeah,
because I
okay.
wasn't expecting them to be, I did expect them to get hurt the way they getting hurt, but I didn't expect them to start 1-3, let alone be 1-5. Like they just don't even sound right. The Ravens are
It's
one
not
and
even like
five.
they started losing when they lost Lamar. It was like, nah, nigga.
Like right, like y'all niggas was losing with niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest disappointment. It is the Ravens. I'll say that.
To me, I'm gonna say it's that other team from the AFC South. I don't even know if I seen them play a game this year. I don't even know if they played a game this year. Have they even played yet? No, I know they beat. I know they beat the Ravens. Won't that their first game without Lamar, or is that the last game they won? They lost with
Oh, the
Lamar.
Texans. Yeah, that was their
Mm-hmm.
first. That was their first win against the Lamarless Ravens.
I thought he played against the Texans.
Nah, it was Cooper Rush to play against the Texans.
Oh no,
Yeah, bro, he was out, bro.
he must have got hurt in that jump.
No, bro, he got hurt, but he got hurt the game before, and they started Cooper Rush that game. They lost like 44-10.
Yeah, Cooper Rush, 14 of 20, 179, 3 Innos out there, man. So
Shit
yeah.
sound like some thick pin shit.
So like I was saying, Houston
Mm-hmm.
don't know what kind of team they are. Don't know their record. Don't know how many games they played. 2-3. Houston. So before we get out this jump, AFC wild card teams. Who you got?
Give me Broncos.
Mm.
Give me Jags. And I want to say y'all, but y'all might actually win y'all division because Buffalo.
Choose wisely. Mm. Mm.
Give me Buffalo.
Mm.
Nap back, the Pats back.
Pass back, nigga. Nap back, nigga.
Yeah.
That nap back. Got that nap back, nigga. Fuck
You
time
know what I
back.
mean? Back on the scene, yeah.
NFC division winners.
Mm. Tampa.
Mm.
I I guess you could say Philly.
Mm.
I guess. I mean, like I said, JD going through the sophomore slump, so I'm not really. Their season really doesn't. If they go to the playoffs or if they don't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to hinder them. Can the Giants make a push though and catch Philly? That's the question. So that's why I say I want to say Philly just cause, but I think the Giants make a push, bro. I think the Giants make
Mm.
a push, but I ain't too sure
No
just yet.
neighbor.
You know what I'm saying? No neighbor, but hey, Scatterboo and
Mm.
goddamn the Darkster. They for real.
Mm. These niggas
Um,
ain't got no neighbor.
hey, look, bro, they doing it without the
They
neighbor.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
They do.
they live in a cul-de-sac. You
Man,
know?
that's all right, bro. They doing it without neighbors. They got the ranch with
Mm.
a whole bunch of acres. You know
Mm.
what I mean? The field is theirs. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Give me give me the Lions. I still got the Lions winning their division.
Mm. Tough,
I'm
tough,
not sold on the Packers.
tough.
Um,
Bear down, nigga.
I still ain't sold on the Bears, bro. And uh, it's tough. So I got Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
Lions,
Mm-hmm. Philly Giants.
Philly Giants, and that's tough. This last one tough.
Mm. Who gonna come? Who gonna make it out the West? Who gonna make it out the West, man? Mm. The
It
motherfucking
might go.
West.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Rams winning it,
Mm.
but I got the
Mm.
Seahawks as the dark horse.
Mm. No zona. No desert.
No desert, no mac and cheese.
Mm.
Even though mac and cheese is looking good, no mac and cheese.
Damn. So with that being said, my final question before we get out of this box on this here Taco Tuesday. 2-5 asked me. I'ma ask you. They just beat the Detroit Lions. Are we still out on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yep. 5 asked me before he were.
Mm.
Still on the wagon. They ain't making the playoffs. They
Mm.
ain't winning the division. This is not the Chiefs is
Mm.
back. The Lions beat themselves. The Chiefs did not beat them.
So no postseason for my
No
homeboy.
postseason. No postseason. Everybody overreacting. Pump your brakes.
No playoffs for the boy. I like it though.
Tell the man sit at home for once.
So look, man. Goddamn, y'all already know we done reached that 50-minute mark. We done reached that hour mark, and this here Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. We appreciate everybody who came to smoke with us, man. You already know I'm Styrofoam Ralph. I had my dog Bleed Blue for the shoe.
Now,
Nap
Nation,
Nation.
what it do?
5-1, nigga.
You
What it
heard?
do? 5-1, nigga. What it do,
Oh,
man?
hell, nigga. Number 1 seed, baby.
I'm Styrofoam Ralph. You already know it's Pat's Nation. Shout out to Drake May. You know what I'm
Pats is
saying?
back.
AVP. You feel me? Pat's back, nigga. Nap back, nigga.
You know what I
You
mean?
feel me? You can catch the Hot Box every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, man. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Look, you already know we rolling the windows down. We letting the smoke out. Smoke with us next time. But above all else,
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
fuck Aaron Rodgers,
Fuck
bro.
Kevin Durant.
Fuck Kevin Durant, bro.
Fuck Rudy Chamberlain.
A.K.A. Rudy Gobert.
And fuck Tyler Perry.
And fuck Tyler Perry, bro. Fuck Perry, bro. Like I said, man, Styrofoam Ralph, man. It's the Hot Box. Rolling the windows down. We're letting the smoke out, man. Smoke with us next time.